to show you how to do apple dumplings. Okay, now I was watching the Pioneer Woman over the weekend on Food Network, and she made this dish and I thought it looked absolutely delicious, so I'm going to give it a try. In the pot here I have 2 sticks of unsalted butter that I'm going to melt. Okay, now the recipe called for salted butter, so what I did is just took a pinch of salt and added it to the sugar mixture. And this is 1.5 cups of just regular white sugar. Now, she said to just stir it together until it's combined, because you want it to be lumpy and you want it to be grainy. So I went ahead and turned the heat off, and I'm just going to stir it in. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla to it. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put this mixture to the side. Okay, it calls for 2 8-ounce cans of Crescents. This is the adult version of the Jack-in-the-Box. You never know if it's going to pop fast or barely. No, it's not too bad. Okay, you just want to go ahead and spread them out into the crescent shape, the triangles. Separate them, should say. I like to do all this before I cut the apples. That way they don't have a chance to get real brown. Okay, I just went ahead and laid them all out. Just makes it a little bit easier once you have the apples done, so you can just go ahead and start rolling them up. And this one here is just for you OCD folks. There we go, I'll fix it for you. I have a few friends like that. Okay, I'm just going to use my core and peeling attachment for my KitchenAid mixer. This is the first time I've used this attachment here. And it did perfectly. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move these over just a little bit to give me some room to work with the apples. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and place slices on them. That way I make sure I have enough apple to do all of them. Because when she did hers, she just kind of cut hers in large chunks. So I want to make sure I have enough. Okay, and then you just want to roll them up and place them in a 13 by 9 pan that's been sprayed, or you can use a buttered dish. Okay, you want to take the sugar and butter mixture and pour over all the dumplings. Okay, now the recipe calls for 1 12-ounce can of Mountain Dew, and she mentioned that she don't like to use a full can, and she also don't like to use a half of a can. That she used to like to use about 2/3 of a can, which would be 8 ounces. So I have 1 cup of Mountain Dew here, and you just want to kind of pour it along the sides. Of course, it's going to go everywhere, but that's what the recipe said. And then down the middle. It looks like enough there. I'm not even going to use the full cup. Okay, and you just need to sprinkle the top with cinnamon. Okay, and I'm going to bake it for 30 to 35 minutes. It just depends on your oven. You just want to bake it until the tops are brown. Okay, and it smells absolutely delicious. I went ahead and cooked it for 35 minutes, and now I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes till it's not bubbling hot. Okay, now let it cool down for just a few minutes until it stopped bubbling. Even though I used less Mountain Dew than the recipe called for, it still looks like a lot of liquid. So I think next time I'm just going to pour just a little bit around the edge, and that's it. Of course, I haven't tasted it yet, but I'm not a Mountain Dew drinker anyways, but I believe I've read where you can use Sprite. But I just went ahead and followed the instructions in the recipe as Ree had did it, the Pioneer Woman. It just looks like a lot of liquid. And they look really good. But yeah, now she said to spoon that liquid on top of the ice cream, but again, I don't think it needs that much liquid. I'm gonna go ahead and just do 2 for now. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of the juice on top there. Okay, it's still extremely hot, so I'm gonna make sure I have some ice cream in the bite. Now I think slicing the apples thin helps them cook a lot faster, because she had hers in large chunks, but this is still really hot. But I'm gonna give it a taste real quick. Wow. Actually, all that liquid hasn't really made a big difference. As far as, it doesn't taste mushy or anything. I mean, it tastes like a dumpling should taste. The top's good and crispy. I don't know, maybe next time I'll try a little less Mountain Dew, or maybe try it with Sprite. But it's actually very delicious. So there you have it. Thanks a lot.